First tonight in Our News Live at 7, relief is on the way. One day after residents in Andros demonstrated in the street, Works and Family Affairs Minister Clay Sweeting says resources will arrive soon. And Education and Works officials touring 4 campuses today, just days before schools reopen their doors across the country. And later, what a difference a day makes. We introduced you to 5-year-old cancer patient Prince Hinsey last night. Tonight, we'll tell you just how much Our News viewers helped boost donations overnight. And then in Our News at 7:30, 2 months after Taylor Casey was last seen, the family is now taking matters into their own hands, funding the search. Welcome to Our News Live at 7, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. Works and Family Island Affairs Minister Clay Sweeting says relief is on the way for residents in South Andros following a protest yesterday. Andros residents have a laundry list of issues they say need to be addressed, from bad roads to inconsistent power issues. When it comes to road and water repairs, Sweeting says resources will arrive soon.
Upon taking office, we got a lot of complaints from the persons in South Andros about the current road paving, which was sand and seal paving there in South Andros. Upon looking at that, the ministry canceled that contract, renegotiated with a new contractor, and now we're providing not only asphalt paving there, but also new water mains that will be inclusive in this project. The contract was signed about 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago, and the equipment should be in Andros this week.
Sweeting also says paving has begun on Eleuthera, and the work is being carried out by the Bahama Striping group of companies.
Deep Creek, as well as Wimson's Bight, were able to get paved I think yesterday. So it's a project that's ongoing. We're excited to see that the persons in the Family Islands get the same type of asphalt road paving that persons in New Providence get. So people on the islands are excited about it. Also excited about the waterworks that's inclusive in the public-private partnership with this project.
It's being called a landmark development for educators across the nation. A memorandum of understanding valued at $20 million has been signed between the Teachers and Salaried Workers Cooperative Credit Union and the Bahamas Union of Teachers. But what's the benefit? Teachers who are part of the BUT will have more access to financing through the credit union. General Manager Byron Miller says they have plans customized for teachers' unique needs.
Teachers' aides, guidance counselors, and librarians with enhanced access to financial solutions tailored to meet their specific needs. With a significant commitment of $20 million earmarked for this partnership, the credit union will offer a range of financial solutions to the members of the BUT. This initiative includes financing options for mortgages for home and investment property ownership, switch mortgages, home renovations, debt consolidations, and personal education loans for those members that are seeking to pursue higher degree studies.
At today's signing ceremony, BUT President Belinda Wilson praised the agreement as a historic achievement. To further support this initiative, the BUT will host a mortgage clinic on Saturday, October 5th, aimed at assisting members interested in purchasing a home.
My heart is really full because from 2009, we've been trying to get our members into houses. And all of you know that a house would be the single most largest investment that an individual can make, and for us to have our teachers in their own homes. That goes well with our vision to ensure that we're able to assist our members, for our members to benefit, for their lives to be better.
And work at schools throughout New Providence nearing completion as we get closer to the opening of school this fall. Media was invited to tour 4 campuses today, along with education and works officials. Classroom renovations at the Uriah McPhee Primary School and A.F. Adderley Junior High School, full pavilion and tuck shop area construction at the R.M. Bailey High School, and a block overall at the Government High School, just some of the projects nearing completion. Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin says it's all about building on improvements.
We are seeking to really enhance the environment that our students and our teachers and our administrators and support staff operate in. They spend a lot of hours in these spaces, and we want to ensure we provide a conducive environment. The Minister of Finance, who happens to be the Prime Minister, he understands this extremely well, and he has thrown his full support behind the work that we're doing with these projects. And significant public funds have been directed towards schools redevelopment.
Now, officials did not have an exact price tag for the projects as they vary in costs, but officials say it could range from thousands to millions of dollars. Chief Architect in the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs is Timothy Johnson.
When it comes to summer repairs, is totally private, hired by the government. They are overseen, the project management is by Ministry of Works, as well as the Ministry of Education. 1 or 2 contractors that have been diligent on these projects. We have some contractors who have, quote unquote, self-mobilized, took it upon themselves to make sure that we keep the timeline and be finished before school opens.
Well, it's time now for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Marlene, and a happy Tuesday evening, everybody. Another warm and humid day around the islands, even though we got some showers across the northwest Bahamas that may have shaved some temperatures or some degrees off the temperature. We still had a very warm day. Heat indices in the triple digits, and we will continue that trend. 87 degrees is our current temperature under partly cloudy skies. And I did hear a few boomers out there, some thunderstorms in the vicinity. South winds at 8 miles per hour, feels like temperature. Still a very warm and humid 96 degrees. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's 87 in Freeport, Great Harbor Key here in the capital, over in Governor's Harbor. We pick up 86s, Alistown, Bimini, Nicholstown, Andros, and in Marshall, Barbacoa. Central Bahamas, 86 Kemps Bay, Deadman's Key, Georgetown, and in Copa Townsend, Salvador. Arthurstown, Cat Island, 87, into the southeast Bahamas. More temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, actually. 87, Duncan Town, Ragged Island, Matthew Town, Inagua. 86 is Colonel Hill, Crooked Island. You guys have some showers nearby. Delectable Bay, 86. Abrahams Bay, 86 as well. And Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands. Your temperature right now is at 88. Satellite and radar composite. We still have that stationary surface trough across the northwest Bahamas, triggering some showers and thunderstorms. Most of the activity staying just to the west of Grand Bahama and into the Florida Straits and the Gulf Stream. But we got a couple of isolated showers across most of the northwest Bahamas later on this afternoon. And we will continue that trend as this surface trough hangs around for at least another day or two. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. So look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, the family of a 5-year-old cancer patient saw their GoFundMe donations jump overnight, all thanks to viewers like you. We'll tell you just how much you helped raise and how much more is needed for his life-saving radiation therapy. That's coming up when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you with?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. It was total domination in the pool from start to finish. Team Bahamas went to St. Lucia on a mission to repeat as Goodwill Games champions and did just that. The team got out to an early lead on day one and claimed their second consecutive title with a total of 1,485.5 points. They also won 141 medals, including 55 gold, 44 silver, and 42 bronze.
I'm honestly really proud. For the past 2 days, it's just been total domination, honestly. All you see is Bahamas, all wins. You know, we're doing really well.
Franco Miller's last national team game was in Spain. Now he's headed there to start his pro career. Miller signed with FIBW Palma of the Feb's second league for the upcoming season and in the Spanish Cup. A 6'2" combo guard out of Florida Gulf Coast. He averaged 6.5 points and 3.4 rebounds per game in his senior season with the Eagles.
Freedom Farm Baseball League concluded its Cal Ripken Major 70s World Series appearance with a winning record and a few post-tournament awards. The team finished as quarterfinalists in the Iron Bracket with a 4-3 record over the course of the week-long event in Branson, Missouri. Freedom Farm was one of 40 teams in the field, which also included 14 international teams.
Bahamian players have been putting up some major numbers in indie baseball. Deshaun Knowles had his marquee moment last night for the Sioux City Explorers in their come-from-behind win over the Kansas City Monarchs. Knowles hit a full count, bases loaded grand slam in the 8th inning to put his team ahead for good in the 16-13 win. Over in the Pioneer League, Dante Stewart's bat is helping the Oakland Ballers make a late season playoff push. Stewart hit 2 solo home runs in the Ballers' 3-0 win over the Boise Hawks.
That'll do it for Our Sports at 7. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more. Back to the studio.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as President Joe Biden cements the Democratic Party's elevation of Kamala Harris to lead the fight for the White House. And Israel retrieving the bodies of 6 hostages from the Khan Yunis area in southern Gaza overnight. We have the details when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
Extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. President Joe Biden cemented the Democratic Party's elevation of Kamala Harris to lead the fight for the White House against Republican Donald Trump with a convention speech on Monday night that praised his vice president as the best hope for preserving American democracy. Gabe Singer reports.
A tearful Joe Biden took center stage on opening night of the Democratic National Convention on Monday, delivering a farewell speech to the party he has served for half a century, after he reluctantly ended his re-election bid in July and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to replace him on the Democratic ticket. Biden praised Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, as the best hope for preserving American democracy.
Are you ready to vote for democracy and for America? Let me ask you, are you ready to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, President and Vice President of the United States?
While taking several swipes at Republican candidate Donald Trump, Biden touted his administration's accomplishments and Harris's role in them.
Because of you, we've had one of the most extraordinary 4 years of progress ever, period. When I say we, I mean Kamala and me.
Harris is riding a historic whirlwind into the four-day convention. Her campaign has broken fundraising records, packed arenas with supporters, and turned opinion polls in some battleground states in Democrats' favor. Earlier in the night, Harris praised Biden when she made a surprise appearance at the top of the program.
We are forever grateful to you.
Later on, former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton took the stage to a standing ovation. While she too took shots at Trump, who defeated her in 2016, she also spoke of her and Harris's place in a history of trailblazers for women in the U.S.
The future is here. It's in our grasp. Let's go win it.
Unlike most speakers so far at the DNC, Biden did acknowledge the anger of thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters that gathered outside the Chicago Convention Hall on Monday.
Those protesters out in the street, they have a point. A lot of innocent people are being killed on both sides.
Biden added he has been working, quote, around the clock to achieve a ceasefire in Gaza. His administration's position on the Israel-Hamas war, now in its 11th month, has reduced support for Democrats among Muslim and Arab American voters, who represent crucial votes in election battleground states. The protesters on Monday were fewer than the tens of thousands that organizers had predicted, but riot police detained 4 people after a group split from the main march and breached a security perimeter near the convention center.
Israel retrieved the bodies of 6 hostages from the Khan Yunis area in southern Gaza overnight, according to statements from the military and the Prime Minister's office. The current war in Gaza began on October 7th, 2023, when Hamas gunmen stormed into Israeli communities, killing around 1,200 people and abducting about 250 hostages, according to Israeli tallies. Israel's military has since leveled swaths of the Palestinian enclave, driving nearly all of its 2.3 million people from their homes, giving rise to deadly hunger and disease, and killing at least 40,000 people, according to Palestinian health authorities. And officers of the Royal Turks and Caicos Police Force seizing more than $2 million worth of marijuana during 2 separate interceptions involving illegal migrants over the weekend. During the first incident on August 16th, 15 illegal migrants were detained and $131,000 worth of marijuana was found near where the migrants landed. A day later, 41 illegal migrants were found on 2 boats, along with $2.7 million worth of marijuana. Still to come in Our News, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the day that was August 20th. And then in Our News at 7:30, the latest, as Taylor Casey's family is now taking matters into their own hands funding the search, 2 months after Taylor Casey was last seen. And a friend of the man who lost his life in a motorcycle accident in Grand Bahama Sunday night speaks out. That's coming up when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
Extra. What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you with?
I read you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 2013, a man who spent more than 20 years in prison after being convicted of murder appeared before a Supreme Court judge for resentencing. Cyril Darville, a former butcher at City Market, received the mandatory death sentence on August 13, 1992, for the shooting death of 27-year-old Ray Anthony Feast in 1990. His body was found on a track road off Gladstone Road on March 17, 1990. Feast, a hacker or unlicensed taxi driver, was last seen alive on March 10, 1990. Darville was charged with the murders of 8 other hackers, but he was only tried for Feast's murder. Authorities read a death warrant to Darville in 1996, but his execution was stayed on the grounds that he was insane. In 2006, the Privy Council ruled that the mandatory death sentence was unconstitutional. Fast forward to 2014, then Education Minister Jerome Fitzgerald announced the Christie-led cabinet confirmed Dr. Rodney Smith as the president of the then College of the Bahamas.
This was not a decision which I took lightly. In fact, it is probably the decision I have struggled with most since I have been appointed to the post of Minister of Education. I have reflected on all the views expressed, and yesterday I advised the Cabinet of the Bahamas that I support the recommendation of the College Council to appoint Dr. Rodney Smith as the next president of the College of the Bahamas.
Smith had previously served as the College of the Bahamas president until he resigned in 2005 amid a plagiarism controversy. The controversy arose after he made a speech at the college's honors convocation. During that ceremony, Smith repeated a part of a speech used by then president of New York University, Dr. John Sexton, without attribution. Despite the controversy, Smith was selected to succeed Dr. Betsy Vogel-Bose as president of COB in 2014. In 2020, UB announced Smith would not seek the renewal of his contract when it expired in August 2022. Then in 2022, 4-year-old Kenton Seymour Jr. was laid to rest following an emotional funeral. Kenton was gunned down on July 26th on Fleming Street as he and his parents were headed for ice cream. Police say their car was hit by stray bullets. That same summer, Shanton Scumdum Monroe was charged with his murder as well as attempting to kill Kenton's parents. Well, last night we told you about 5-year-old Prince Hinsey, who spent the summer battling stage 4 kidney cancer. He successfully had his kidney tumor removed on Friday, but now his family needs $8,000 to even begin his much-needed radiation therapy to prevent the cancer's return. The full price for radiation totaling almost $17,000. But thanks to viewers like you, the family saw their donations jump $1,000 in just the 2 hours after news ran last night. Since then, they're now at over $2,000 in GoFundMe donations. For those who aren't comfortable with GoFundMe and would rather donate to Prince's care directly to his healthcare providers, DeAndrea Hinsey, Prince's mother, says this.
They can contact me and I would direct them to either the PMH or the Bahamas radiation if they want to assist directly. I always thought that radiation would come at the end of chemo, and that's not the case here. In fact, Dr. Sinky wants to do radiation as soon as Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, because he's still in recovery mode, following Wednesday. And that's the pricey part. I don't know how these monies can come true with regards for the radiation, but I'm trusting and believing God that, something will help, something will break, and, even if it's not the 8 hours, as close as we could get to it as possible. So if persons want to make that direct deposit into PMH for his assistance, they have no problem at all.
Well, for last night's full story with Prince's mother, DeAndrea Hinsey, as well as the link to the family's GoFundMe page, you can visit ournews.bs or head over to the Our News Bahamas Facebook page, where you can also find all of today's top stories. That does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Thanks so much, Marlena. Well, coming up, we have an update on missing American Taylor Casey. And here are the concerns from the president of the Bahamas Union of Teachers ahead of the new academic year. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, Lawyered Up. The mother of missing American Taylor Casey hires a lawyer and private investigator to help locate the woman deemed missing for nearly 2 months. Plus, let us do our jobs. The Bahamas Union of Teachers president says further explanation is needed for the now public national examination results. Also, classes are back in session at the Isbet School, and later, the friend of a traffic fatality victim says he was more than a friend, but a brother. Our News Live at 7:30 is back in a moment.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house of building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call Water and Surge?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off and the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities.
Welcome to Our News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. The family of missing American Taylor Casey not letting up on their efforts to find their relatives. This as a lawyer and private investigator were hired. We'll get to that story in a moment. But first, President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, is not moved by the Ministry of Education technical and vocational training presentation of the 2024 BJC and BGCSE's examination results. This come as Education Minister Gladys Hannah Martin defended improvements in this year's national exam grades. Of the 5,935 candidates that sat the Bahamas General Certificate of Secondary Education exam, only 653 or 11% of candidates received an A grade of C or above in 5 or more subjects, a 1.09% increase compared to 2023. When asked for her thoughts, Wilson says her views are slightly different from the education minister.
What are we doing for the 80 to 85% of our students who, if they're in school for 100 years, they will not pass a BJC or a BGCSE? So what we want the minister to focus on is what are we doing with technical and vocational studies? Where is the program for that? Where is the staffing for that? Where is the facilities for it? Because the majority of our students would be geared toward the blue-collar jobs.
Her comments came on the sidelines of a memorandum of understanding signing between BUT officials and officials of the Teacher and Salaried Workers Cooperative Credit Union. But Wilson didn't stop there. While she agrees with publicizing the examination results, she says the exam results should be explained by professionals and not the minister.
We have subject secretaries at testing and evaluation. Allow them to speak, because they would be able to tell you the rubric as to how the examinations are graded. They'll be able to tell you the different grades and what the performance or skill level is that the students are supposed to perform or show that they can do. Politicians always feel like they have to be the one with the mic. Politicians, the minister, you are the person that makes policy. Let the experts, us, the teachers, the education officers, the subject officers, let us speak.
Well, classes are in session at the International School of Business, Entrepreneurship and Technology as scores of students showed up for the first day of school. Our Danielle Miller visited ISBET, where she spoke to students and school officials.
As schools open around the country, the International School of Business, Entrepreneurship and Technology is rolling out the red carpets for their students.
There was fanfare at the school this morning as teachers and administration welcomed the students back for the new academic year.
A lot of people are dreading going to school, and I was like, I'm happy to go to school, It's just exciting, it's kind of like a new beginning.
I mentioned the red carpet, but there was also light bites and a game of spin the wheel for the first 50 students that arrived on campus. Wheel prizes included Starbucks vouchers, teacher for the day, and much more. Both Kaylin and Jonathan won dress in your own clothes for a day, and they tell us they plan on showing out.
Come and fly. I think I'll just wear some comfortable clothes with some Crocs.
The staff was more ecstatic than the students, including the principal, Precious Fortune Thompson, who was also celebrating her first back to school at ISBET.
I'm excited. It's been, last year was such a very long year for us. And kicking it off back to school, we're going into the school strong with wonderful educators. Our students are excited. And I think the first day of school sets the tone.
This year, the school's theme is Building Legacy, Embracing the Future, in memory of the school's founder and former principal, the late Mitzi Turnquest, who passed away in October 2023.
We cannot forget how this school started and the vision that she had for this school. And for that, we're going to always celebrate her legacy.
I know I could speak for everyone here and say we miss her. We really do. We wish she could be here right now. She was a really smart, energizing person who always knew what to do in a sort of way.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that, Denny. And now to this tragic story. A 42-year-old lost his life on a motorcycle in Grand Bahama Sunday night. Tonight, a friend of the victim is speaking out.
This is still kind of surreal to me to be trying to talk presently about him, like in the past. It's weird to me.
42-year-old Galen Gadet, also known as Red of Flame, died in hospital after he was involved in an accident while riding a yellow Kawasaki motorcycle north on Seahorse Road near Coral Court in Grand Bahama over the weekend. Investigators say Gadet collided with a black GMC Yukon XL that was headed in the opposite direction when the crash occurred. Erica Roll says Gadet was a true friend who she's known since she was a teenager and calls him a big brother. She adds he had a love for dogs and was an awesome father.
He took full control of making sure he was present with his kids, for his kids, even adopting, kids that weren't biologically his.
Roll shares he was also very creative and had a love for music.
I have a studio set up that I call them, hey, bro, I got this mic that you have to, we gotta, and I'm angry that's taken away.
As for how she found out about his death, she says it was on WhatsApp.
They sent me the pictures of the accident, and I don't know why people do that, but it was not good for me. And they were like, is this true?
Roll recalling her last moments with him in June, she says he was always positive.
He'd always say, sis, you're gonna be all right, everything will be all right, just say a prayer, and he was definitely, he had faith, believed in God.
She admits the way he died was tragic, but he always loved motorcycles.
That's what he loved, and I know for a fact he wears a helmet, so I'm still kind of like, how bad was it?
Well, a 42-year-old Jamaican man will spend the next 18 months behind bars after he admitted to having 41 pounds of marijuana with intent to supply. Sniff Steve Fong Lee will spend an extra 6 months in custody if he doesn't pay a $15,000 fine. Police arrested Lee after they found the drugs in his Kim's Crescent home. On August 14th, Lee pleaded guilty at his arraignment before Magistrate Raquel Wims. Well, the family of missing American Taylor Casey not letting up on their efforts to find their relatives. A mother sharing via social media, the family received a $10,000 donation for a reward. Casey was last seen at the Sivananda Ashram Yoga Retreat on Paradise Island over 2 months ago. The family a week later traveling to the Bahamas to meet with detectives, later complaining to U.S. media that they weren't pleased with the investigation. Casey's family says they've still not received any new updates from police. However, they've now taken matters into their own hands, all funded by the donations.
We have a lawyer, of course. We hired a lawyer with all of the blessings from donations that you guys gave, and a PI. There's gonna go be over in the Bahamas and trying to get answers, and things that we need. Yep, so we do have a lawyer and a PI. And they haven't given us any leads right now. No leads that we can speak of and share with you guys yet, but I'm sure there will be.
That latest update coming via Facebook broadcast on the Find Taylor Casey page. The family is still calling for more to be done locally as they've not given up on the search.
We would like the reward posters. We have them out there on Facebook, Instagram. We would like for them to be distributed throughout the Bahamas. And we need people to help us to do that. If you live in the Bahamas, know somebody lives in the Bahamas, to help us just distribute those posters out there in the Bahamas so it could be seen. Because I believe in my heart, my mother always said, money talks and walk.
All right, well, light showers in some parts of New Providence today. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the weather center with your first look at weather. Greg, what can you tell us?
Well, we didn't just have the light showers. We had some thunderstorm activity across the New Providence area as well. Most of that has died off now. But things are going to start to pick back up once again tomorrow. The heat is on, and we're still under that heat advisory for the remainder of the islands. 87 degrees is our current temperature, partly cloudy skies, and it is humid. South winds bringing in that very warm tropical air mass. That's making it feel like 96 degrees on the outside. Satellite radar composite. Here's a stationary surface trough right across the northwest Bahamas and South Florida. A lot of showers and thunderstorms really popping up across Florida, but some of that moved into the Bahamas. And as mentioned, we had a couple of thunderstorms near the capital. Most of it is dying off. We will repeat this scene once again tomorrow, so showers and thunderstorms will be in the forecast for the northwest Bahamas, central and southeast Bahamas. The heat will be on. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us, so look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, we continue our City in Focus series tonight with the president of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. The story when Our News returns. Stay with us.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities and set a benchmark in the global shift towards renewable energy. The Fairfield site stands as a beacon of potential that highlights what is achievable when we come together for a common cause. The energy produced here will not only power homes and businesses, but it will also power economic growth and provide a cleaner, more sustainable environment for future generations. Here's to a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is
And tonight, we continue our series, City in Focus, the story of Freeport, a weekly series sponsored by the Grand Bahama Port Authority, where we delve into the history of the Port Authority and the Hawksbill Creek Agreement amidst the current dispute between government and the GBPA. Tonight, we introduce you to the president of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, who's sharing his story.
I wanted to come back to Freeport to make a difference.
President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Rule, is a public certified accountant. He started out at Ernst & Young in New Providence. He shares his father was the controller of Bahamas Customs Department in Grand Bahama for a period of time, and that's when he grew to love the island. In the early 2000s, he moved to Grand Bahama to work for Hutchison Development Bahamas as the finance manager, which was responsible for building the Grand Lucayan Strip. However, he was later approached by the Grand Bahama Port Authority for a job. He was convinced to join the GBPA by its executive team and Sir Albert Miller, one of the founding members.
One of the main reasons I came here because you had Bahamians at the helm.
Years later, he boasts about the now executive team, who he says are all Bahamians.
We have different skills and we play off each other. This is not a one band or one man show. Yes, we have shareholders, they are part of our board, but they allow the Bahamian team to run the organization.
Roll says he's committed to the job while touching on some of the social infrastructure and activities the GBPA has provided on the island.
I just came back from a meeting with Alonzo Morning. He has this program called OYC, and it's for at-risk youth. And the intent is for the Port Authority to also work with another group to bring a very structured program here to help develop our young people. Now, that's not a part of our mandate. This is just an example of some of the things that we want to get involved in to ensure that we add value to the people here.
And while he admits he takes a lot of flack in his role, he maintains he has a connection with the community.
I'm based in the port area, but my desire is for the entire Bahamas to thrive. From the very first day I walk in this building, I don't see myself as any different than anybody else. The fellow on the street selling phone cards have access to me. In fact, there's a gentleman whose business, I guess, deteriorated over a while, came to see me and asked me how I could help him. So we paid for him to have some welding classes. And today this fellow says he can sustain himself.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, we've got more Goodwill Games coverage, and Freedom Farm Baseball League has an impressive showing on the world stage.
Cloudy skies in the capital on this Tuesday. Greg is back with more weather details when Our News returns.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there. This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
extra.
What are you? Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you with?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Martinutt. Let's do show. We've got more Goodwill Games coverage. The trophy's at home in the Bahamas. Sasha Lightbourne brings you the latest.
Team Bahamas returned from St. Lucia just before midnight Tuesday following their second consecutive win at the 2024 Goodwill Games. The team racked up 1,485.5 points along with 141 medals, 55 of which are gold. The team also took 4 of the high point categories. Isabella Monroe in the girls 9 to 10, Dexter Russell in the boys 11 to 12, Raphael McBroom in the boys 13 to 14, and Donald Saunders Jr. in the boys 15 and over. Here were some of the medal collectors from the final day of competition.
It feels good to pick up a bronze medal for my country because we're looking forward to getting a 2P, and to know that I was able to pick up a medal and score a point to my team, I'm very proud of myself.
It feels really good because last year I didn't win any medals. So this year to get 3 silver medals is very good, and I feel very excited.
I was pretty proud of the swim. Honestly, I had a great start. Had a little fumble on my turn, but it came back strong, ended up with a goal, new record.
It feels good to be able to bring some more points to my team. Although it's my best event, but I didn't do as I wanted to. A medal's a medal, so I'm still proud of myself for placing.
Noelle Pratt and Jillian Albury did the 1-2 in the girls 11 to 12 100-meter breasts. They spoke about their races.
I feel like I went out strong enough. The last 25 was really hard for me, but I pushed through it.
On the first 50, I went out too slow. I feel like if I went out a little faster, I could have gotten a better time.
Now, while there was no fanfare upon Team Bahamas' late arrival at Lyndon Pindling International Airport, Our News understands that some sort of celebration is being planned for a later date. Reporting for Our News and Our Sports, I'm Sasha Lightbourne.
Franco Miller's last national team game was in Spain. Now he's headed there to start his pro career. Miller signed with FIBW Palma of the FEB's second league for the upcoming season and in the Spanish Cup. A 6'2" combo guard out of Florida Gulf Coast, he averaged 6.5 points and 3.4 rebounds per game in his senior season with the Eagles. A mainstay on the senior men's national team program since 2021, Miller has been an integral part of the qualification process at several levels. At the FIBA Olympic Games qualifier in Spain, he averaged 4.3 points and scored 20 in a friendly against Montenegro.
Freedom Farm Baseball League concluded its Cal Ripken Major 70s World Series appearance with a winning record and a few post-tournament awards. The team finished as quarterfinalists in the Iron Bracket with a 4-3 record over the course of the week-long event in Branson, Missouri. Freedom Farm was one of 40 teams in the field, which also included 14 international teams. Several team members received post-tourney awards. Gianno Newball was named to the All-Tournament First Team, Isaac Richardson was named to the All-Tournament Second Team, and Bosfield Butler received the Gold Glove Award.
Bahamian players have been putting up some major numbers in indie baseball. Deshaun Knowles had his marquee moment last night for the Sioux City Explorers in their come-from-behind win over the Kansas City Monarchs. Knowles hit a full count, bases loaded grand slam in the 8th inning to put his team ahead for good in the 16-13 win. He finished 3 for 5 on the night with 4 RBI. Over in the Pioneer League, Dante Stewart's bat is helping the Oakland Ballers make a late season playoff push. Stewart hit 2 solo home runs in the Ballers' 3-0 win over the Boise Hawks. He finished the pivotal series hitting .318 with a pair of home runs. In their first season as an expansion team, the Ballers moved into a tie for second place in the second half standings.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. What do you think the celebration's going to be like?
A road march?
It'll work. Back to the studio.
When our news comes back from the break, warm weather conditions in the capital. Greg is back with your extended weather when our news continues.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We are still under the influence of a surface trough across the northwest Bahamas, providing us with some cloudy conditions as well as some showers and thunderstorms. Most of the activity starting to wane. We still have a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms near the Abacos, and most of the activity across Florida is basically washing out. But that surface trough will continue to hang around for the next couple of days before we do get that system out of here. An upper level trough is actually keeping this in place. So more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast over the next day or two before the system clears out of the area. Of course, Ernesto is now post-tropical. That's the last we'll be talking about that. Well out there in the open Atlantic, North Open Atlantic, but a surface high pressure is dominating the remainder of the islands. That will keep us with some gentle to moderate winds and some very hot temperatures over the next couple of days as well. Tropics, rest of it remaining quiet. Couple of active tropical waves are there, nothing showing any organization, and tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. Future forecast, that surface trough across the northwest Bahamas still in place, still generating some showers and thunderstorms. Most of the activity should stay just to the north of the Bahamas, but the northwest Bahamas will be getting in on some of that action, and that will continue to Wednesday and into Thursday, much the same. And we get that southeasterly flow bringing in some additional moisture across the remainder of the islands. Boating forecast, northwest Bahamas. Small craft use caution in the Atlantic waters. Your winds will be out of the south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet, but up to 5 feet in some northeasterly swells. Tide is going to be high at 9:12 tonight, low tide at 3:33 in the morning. For the central and southeast Bahamas, caution flight for you guys down there as well. East to southeast winds at 15 knots, seas running 3 to 5 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, a couple of showers will remain in the forecast throughout the remainder of the week as that surface trough hangs around, that upper level trough remaining in place. So temperatures will be taking a slight dip. Be looking for some temperatures near the 90-degree mark. A couple of those will be in the upper 80s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg, and thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. Have a great evening.